Maura Murray, a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts, had a life ahead of her. Yet, on the evening of February 9, 2004, she vanished without a trace, leaving behind a crashed car and an enduring mystery. Her last known sighting was on Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, after her black Saturn collided with a snowbank. Despite a massive, multi-agency investigation that followed, Maura was never seen again. This case, now nearly 2 decades old, is marked by perplexing actions leading up to her disappearance, a suspicious crash site, and a lack of any definitive answers. The events leading to Maura's disappearance began days earlier. On February 5, she was involved in a minor accident, damaging her father's car. Just 2 days later, her father visited, and a new car was purchased. On February 9, the day she vanished, Maura sent emails to both her professors and her work supervisor, citing a family emergency that would require her to be away for a week. That same day, she packed her belongings into her black Saturn, withdrew $280 from an ATM, and purchased $40 worth of alcohol from a local liquor store, a transaction captured on surveillance footage. Investigators also noted she discarded car insurance forms and campus apartment maps from her vehicle. With her preparations complete, Maura Murray set out. She was last observed driving northbound on I-91 before transitioning onto the winding, rural stretch of Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire. The destination and the exact purpose of this sudden, solo journey remain a subject of intense speculation. Was she fleeing a personal situation, heading to a planned rendezvous, or simply driving to clear her head? Investigators have found no clear motive for why she was in this specific, remote area, making her presence there one of the case's most perplexing elements. At approximately 7:27 p.m. on February 9, 2004, Maura Murray's black Saturn veered off Route 112, colliding with a snowbank. A passing bus driver witnessed the accident and stopped to offer assistance. According to the driver, Maura refused help, stating she had already called AAA. However, she reportedly appeared shaken and was slurring her words. Concerned, the bus driver proceeded to the next house and called the police. This interaction marks the last confirmed sighting of Maura Murray by a civilian. Shortly after the bus driver made his call, a nearby resident reported seeing Maura at her car. This neighbor confirmed Maura's presence just minutes before police arrived. New Hampshire State Police received the call at 7:46 p.m. and were on the scene within minutes. However, upon arrival, Maura Murray was gone. The crucial period between the bus driver's encounter, the neighbor's sighting, and the police's arrival, estimated at roughly 7 to 10 minutes, represents the critical window during which Maura vanished. No one saw her leave, and no one saw where she went. Investigators quickly processed Maura's abandoned Saturn. The car was found locked, and inside, a bloodstain was discovered on the driver's side door, which DNA analysis later confirmed belonged to Maura. The interior also carried a strong smell of alcohol, and an open box of wine, along with an empty beer bottle, were found. Perhaps most puzzling was a torn white rag, discovered stuffed into the exhaust pipe. Despite the crash and the strange items, police found no tracks in the fresh snow leading away from the vehicle, suggesting her departure was not on foot, or was concealed. The disappearance of Maura Murray triggered a massive search operation. Law enforcement, assisted by volunteers, conducted extensive ground and air searches of the surrounding rugged, snowy terrain. Every inch of Route 112 and the adjacent forests were combed, yet no trace of Maura was found. The initial missing person report noted her suspicious pre-disappearance actions, adding to the perplexing nature of the case. Despite the scale of the effort, the search yielded no physical evidence of Maura's whereabouts or any indication of what may have happened to her after leaving her vehicle. As the immediate search efforts proved fruitless, theories began to emerge. 3 days after her disappearance, police received a strange voicemail, which some speculate may have been from Maura's boyfriend, indicating a belief that she was fine. However, this has never been confirmed. Maura's family firmly believes she was abducted, arguing she would never abandon them. Others speculate she may have staged her own disappearance, citing her unusual preparations and the family emergency emails. The lack of a body, however, lends credence to both abduction and accidental death scenarios. Nearly 2 decades have passed since Maura Murray vanished, yet her case remains one of New England's most haunting unsolved mysteries. Despite the continuous efforts of law enforcement and a dedicated community of armchair detectives, no definitive leads have emerged. Maura Murray is still officially listed as a missing person. Her family continues their tireless search for answers, forever grappling with the unknown fate of their daughter. The tragic disappearance of Maura Murray serves as a stark reminder of the fragile line between everyday life and inexplicable loss, leaving a permanent void and countless questions.